Okay, folks. Let's go, creaky chair. Okay. Alright, I don't know what's going on with this. Anyway, I'll just welcome everybody. Welcome, Mel. I'm gonna lower the volume here. But yeah, welcome everyone. I'm just messing around with this thing. I'm gonna get going on my painting in just a second. This thing just made me laugh, so. Move my mic. I put a spring on the arm of my microphone because I noticed in the last few videos because it was touching the table, whenever I would touch the table, it would get a really bad reverb. So, hopefully you guys will be able to hear me, and I'll be able to hear myself. Alright. I really don't normally warm up, and this isn't necessarily a warm up. I was just kind of bored earlier, and I was retaping my panel here. This is just regular mixed media paper taped to an artboard. It's where I did this painting, and same difference here. But yeah, and I was reloading the lead on my pencils and cleaning out my area. And I have my skull in front of me, so I figure I'll sketch it out a little bit. I had lead in here, and I don't think it was what I thought it was. So I switched it to 2B. This still has, I think, H or HB. I can't even remember. I think it's HB. Anyway, I'm not going to stick around on this sketch too long. I just wanted to mess around a bit. Okay. this aside. This was the last painting I was working on the last 2 days. Man. This one was a bear. But I'm not done yet. I gotta still do a little bit more work on the pouches on his belt. Maybe a little bit more color on the iron bar. I might do some work on James's head there. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway. Let's get this thing done. I think I should be done with this today. There's not a lot left to do here. What do I need? I'm going to darken the black on his arm. Add a little bit more of a lighter color to that edge lighting. Add some more black here. Finish up this background. I didn't like the way this wall was. I think I'm going to shave a little bit here and make it stand out a little bit more, but I'm not going to do too much on it. I'm going to be skipping these. So guys, if you know of any channel I can use their music on, I'm listening to copyright free music, and some of it is just trash, some of it is really good. This one's not too bad to listen to and just kind of chillax. But if you guys know of a channel that I can use, and it's okay for using music in the background or just noise, appreciate it. I'm gonna turn on this light too. Hopefully it's not too much. All right. Still using the dirty palette. Yeah, I'm gonna move that. You guys to check it out one last time right here. If you guys want to support me in this channel, you can go to my Etsy store, hit me up on Instagram. There goes my email. Hit me with a DM for collabs, and commissions if you have any in mind. Or just send me a text and email and say what's up, say hello. I'll greatly appreciate it. All right, so that plug is over. Boop. I'm going to put my palette back here. Move this mouse over. So yeah, let's just finish this. So background black, tighten up these lines, fix that. I didn't like his ear, so I think I'm going to paint the hair and move his ear back, because I noticed that it just was not proportionally in the right place. Needs to be a little bit further back, but we'll see what happens. All right. Water out. Paper towels. That wasn't what you thought. I was tearing out my sheets. Oh, my coconut. Alright, I'm gonna do this first. I'm just gonna use what I have here. I don't see any need to add any new colors just yet. Just wake that up. All right, let's go. I was just rewatching Blade 1 and 2. I was just been watching part 2. The movies were fun. It's just kind of a shame how that last one ended up. I'm okay with that. I don't want it to be too light underneath here, but I want it to kind of blend in up there. So let's see. I'm just going to try to add a little bit more variety here. I'm going to go back over this with some lighter color. I've got to wait for this to dry. I just didn't like the way it was sitting there. But then again, I do not want to keep going over this background too much. I think that's all right. Right. All right. I'm going to need more of that color. Oh, jeez. Sorry about that. All right, so I'm going to go a little lighter. some yellow white. Why not? Just in case. I'm gonna use less water from here on out, except unless I'm doing over the background, which I don't think I'm gonna be doing the background anymore. I'm gonna tighten up that outline on his figure. Yeah, man. I need to stop adding stuff to do. Just, I guess, something that's really weird for artists, man, to know when to stop. Let me tighten up this shot for you. I am still looking at my reference here. Let me show you. My pencils for it. It kind of evolved a bit since. I didn't go too detailed on the that arm. The arm definitely changed a bit. Let me get this thing out the way. This detail here kind of evolved and changed. I kind of like the way it looks now. His arm, I drew it a little bit better than the way I painted it, but it looks great. Let's see if I can add some more values to it to let it pop out, but I'm really happy with the way it came out. Yeah, man, I hope you guys are all having a good day. It's Wednesday. I think I'm gonna go small brush for this. This might be too watery. Let's see. There really is no pattern here to follow. I'm just trying to look at where I would think light would be bouncing. I mean, all of this is just so absurd. It's great. I don't think I'm going to go any much lighter than that. Just let it blend in naturally. I don't think I'm going to go any more into the yellow. Here at my palette. I got a little yellow here that I was mixing into What color is that? Mid yellow. Hey, hold on. I gotta switch this music. Give me a sec. Alright. This is what I had the last time, so it is what it is. You know what? Maybe I lied. I am gonna add some of that yellow. Not too much, because it's gonna get lost when it dries anyway. I think that will be fine. Looks good. Let's get in this arm. I'm not going to worry too much about the detail on this side. I want it to look like it's fading away. this out. If only it would stay that dark. If you're wondering why I'm stippling instead of doing smooth brush movements. It's because when it dries, there will be pockets of darkness, so even the shadows would appear to have form. There'll be deeper blacks, signifying that is, a deeper shadow. Because our skins isn't smooth, and the way this dude his arm is, I doubt his skin is smooth either. He'd probably be a great masseuse, though. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. I am really happy, though, that I am about done with this. Not that it took longer than expected. I actually took my time more than anything. I used to have this impression, self-imposed impression that you started, you finish it right now. And lately I've been taking a little bit longer, taking self-imposed breaks, and it has been extremely beneficial. One, for my mentals, in the sense that I can take a break, step away from the image and look at it with fresh eyes. If I've been on it for a while, this piece, depending how long it takes me today, has already been maybe 4.5 hours, 5 hours painting. Not including maybe the hour or so drawing it. And taking a step back on some of those, in between those, has been extremely beneficial. You get to work on other things. I did a couple of other drawings. I did one more painting, the ones you guys saw earlier of the brothers Thunderbird and Warpath. But yeah, it's been super beneficial taking these breaks and allowing these layers to dry and to show their true tone and color is really helpful. So, oops. All right. Let me get a thinner brush liner, because I'm going to do some of this sharp line work, so that the white, I'm going to do a little bit lighter highlight. Making sure there's nothing wet. It's weird. Gouache is weird sometimes. Sometimes you think you have so much on your brush, then by the time you go to draw, go to paint, there's nothing comes out. Like, I don't see any paint coming off this brush. Right? Which means I'm going to have to use another brush. And then I'm going to risk putting too much. That's something I don't do often. Well, I don't think I do often. Create the line art using the brush. When I'm painting, I usually try to keep the whole thing painted, no line, no outline, but it just looks so cool in this context that I'm like, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna go for it. But I do struggle with this black. I think it fades out too much. I am doing some research on different black pigment, and I think the one that I would like to try is called Jet Black. That's the black paint that Alex Ross uses when he does his inking, which is just painting, but he calls it inking. Trying to be strategic where I put those lines. I don't want to overdo it. This rock formation here has been bothering me so much, and I'm sure it's fine. It's not you, it's me, man. Give him some shade in his hair. Just a little bit. I think that works a bit. I'm going to see if I can sneak in here. Where's my dude at? That'll work. An erectomy live. Alright, I think it's time. You know I'm concentrating because it is quiet. Holy moly. It's so quiet I'm breathing away from the microphone. You guys remember Ty Sunday? He sang Chocolate Rain. If you don't know who that is, do yourself a favor and Google Chocolate Rain and watch this kid who has a deep voice, super baritone, and he's singing a song he wrote called Chocolate Rain, and he has a on-screen text where he's like, I look away from the mic so you won't hear him breathe. Anyway, a little throwback on way back Wednesday. Is that a thing? It should be. Let's make it a thing. All right. I don't know if this is proper, but I don't care. It looks cool and graphic, so I'm gonna do it. I remember who used to do that in his comics? Humberto Ramos, I think. No, not Ramos. Chris Pachalo. When he was doing Generation X from Marvel. He would include white outlines over his artwork. And it looked really cool, really graphic. Yeah, and this is just pure white. I'm using it on top of this blue here. So if it mingles and it turns light blue, I don't really care. It still matches the aesthetic and still does what I need it to do. I was going to paint a glint or a lens flare on the knuckle here. It may not be necessary. It's super warm in my room. My paints are drying really quickly. think that looks good. Keep the action up here. Put my signature here somewhere. It originally was right here. All right. Did I put it away? Nope. I still want to separate these two pieces. And where else? I think that might be it, party peoples. Yeah. I'm okay with this here. Looks good. I'm gonna finish that. This one. sprinkle sprackles, man. That's all you need. All you need. A little sprinkle sprackle. Alright, I'm losing it. Let that dry. Boy, getting old. Everything's creaking. Yes. Yes. Why did the crab blush? Because he saw the salad dressing. That's too good. That's too good. Thank you very much, Acid Rain 321, for dropping some dad humor. I gotta let that dry. Let me take a sip. That's not too bad. I'm about done actually. I might go and do darken the outline in black around the debris, the brick, the wall, and that's that. I think that'll be that. Sign it and call it. I think this brush is too big. I'm gonna paint it this way because this part is still a little wet, a little moist. And because I'm right-handed, I didn't want to smooge it. Lawrence, my friend, welcome. Actually, Lawrence, this dude is, are you familiar with, I'm sure, if we're in the same age group, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe? If so, this guy's name is Fisto. Now I'll show you an image of him. I was using this image of him for reference just to get the color schemes. Not that one. That one. So yeah, so he is one of He-Man's battle buddies. Battle buddies. Beer buddies. You know, dude, I don't think, I could be wrong. I don't know if they have any current He-Man books. I don't recall if any of the big, yeah. I don't know if any of the big publishers like Marvel, DC, or Image. I'm not sure. But I'm actually doing this for a independent artist and creator by the name of Rob Norton. He did a fan fiction comic book, and the it's 6 volumes, and the first 3 volumes follow the characters of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, and then the last 3 volumes follows this character. And I thought it was just such a cool concept and idea that I wanted to do some fan art for him in his book. Julio Cesar Petrini. What is up, man? How are you, Julio? Thank you for jumping on. And thank you. Julio, that last painting that you showed of Gandalf was amazing, man. Absolutely loved it. I'm have to start. I either have to start stealing your styles or pay for your course. The way you do that, the backgrounds with your gouache, is something that I have to study, man. And it looked amazing, and it does in all of your paintings. I bet, brother. I bet. Full of videos, yes, sir. Do you have a launch date for your videos? Not your videos, for your course. Yes, it does. Yeah, Julio, when I do lately, what I do for my backgrounds, I'll start with a wash, um, and do the whole page, maybe just one color. in my last few paintings, I've done the background and wash in 2 or 3 different colors and to match the composition, and then I'll just end up painting over it. So I'm still trying to find what best suits me and is comfortable for me, but I'm still searching for it. The course, yeah, awesome. Maybe in 2 weeks from now, when I'm fully busy with the last module to record and edit. That's fantastic. I wish you all the success, man. Sorry, I got like lost in thought and couldn't even say anything. But yeah, I think I'm about done here because I don't want to have too much to compete. I think I'm just gonna add a little bit more highlights on some of this ember. this weird attempt at embers. Yeah, but I think that's it. I think. The hardest part is always to know when it's done. It never really is done, is when you stop painting. Yeah, I'll read it out because what consistency do I like to work with my gouaches? Um, you enjoy the coffee and milk consistency, but lately been trying more painting style with creamy. So I'm gonna be super honest with you, Julio, because one of the things that I couldn't quite grasp was that the tea, what is it, right? It's tea, milk, coffee, melted ice cream, or butter, I think. Melted butter consistency when it comes to figuring out how to work with gouache. I don't. I don't even know what this would be. Because I don't know the medium that well. So the two that I normally work with is very watery early to do the wash, and then I think I work a little bit thicker than I normally should, which gets me in a lot of trouble. I'm still trying to learn those multiple things of how to do it. Tea, coffee, milk, cream, and butter. Yeah. So I think that I'm kind of like in the thicker part, in the cream and butter, because I think I use, but not here. See, now I'm gonna lose my mind here, because I kind of just use it the way I need it, and I don't really think about it in the context of its consistency, right? So I knew here I needed to add this green color after the fact. So I knew that for it to sit, I needed it to be watery, more I guess tea consistency, so it can sit there and it won't muddy up. Down here it was a little bit thicker. So in that terms, like I'm still kind of like a novice in trying to figure out that part of it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And in terms of a consistency, yeah, the cream, which I think is what I end up using, and it gets me in trouble a lot. I get a lot of the stuff that I've had to burn is because it gets muddy, and it's because I start at such a thick level, and then I'm not allowing my layers to dry, so it just keeps mixing and muddying up the process for me. Um, like these here on that rim lighting was heavy because I knew I wanted it to sit on top. Like, gouache is crazy. Talking about it's such a, and as you know, such a versatile medium to use. But at the moment you stop, you get past the watercolor phase, you have to work with the correct consistency. And I haven't found the right way to do it just yet. I do what feels good and like instinctual for me, but I know I paint myself, no pun intended, into a lot of corners when it comes to it, and I get frustrated a lot doing it. Then it'll hit. Some days it don't. Some days it does. I'm always learning with it. Always learning, but never failing so much so that I want to quit it. But I'm always learning from it. And yeah, this is near the ending, so most of my paints now are pretty thick. Yeah. Is using many what is it? Adding water and work like watercolor using the coffee consistency. This way the layers start to become thick naturally. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna see if I can show you some of my. The problem that I have, Julio, is that uh, I don't always remember my successes when it comes to a painting. Like I'll start it in a way, and then and I won't remember. I'll be so in the moment. Yes, that came out great, and I'll walk away, and a couple of days later, and I'll try to replicate it, and I'm like, what did I do to get there? Because sometimes with me, not every painting starts the same. Let me see here. Because your example of the coffee consistency, I know uh, this is one of my earlier paintings. I used that. I know that I spent so much time just layering, and layering the colors on top of each other, and it naturally, like you just mentioned, it naturally thickened. And then near the end, you can see as soon as I started to add the highlights, it just sat on top, and I was like, let me just stop because I'm gonna blow it out. Uh, Same with this one, and I wasn't blending my colors. This was basically uh, ochre, just continually just painting over it and allowing the consistency to darken up. And I don't think I added any other shade. It was just ochre and white and mixing them together. I cheated here with this black because that is India ink. Because as you know, it's hard to get deep black with gouache. I know I can't get deep black with the gouache because I add so much water in. And so I cheated and used India ink. But yeah, these two definitely was just layer and layer, and because I wasn't comfortable with the medium, I kept it one color. And again, I cheated with the black India ink, which I should probably use for that arm, but I did where is it? A Mr. Freeze that I want to do over, and it was the same thing. It was just kept failing adding colors. This is from last year, and here I tried the same and it just got muddy. I added way too much water. And then trying to thicken it, and this one I don't like this one either, but this one I started really early with the creamy consistency, and again just kind of like lost it. And then we finished this one. I was having so much trouble doing skin tone, and obviously I don't know if this paper's not really that good, but I'm gonna blame the paper. It was more my fault. Remember the conversation we had about the sketchbooks? I fell into the trap, and I bought these going, these are going to be my sketchbook, and what they turned out were to be what I consider stress books. Stress because I wanted every sheet to be a showpiece. That, oh, thank you, Lars. That these aren't really sketches at all. I would spend more trying to do these as a final piece. There you go. Maybe that one. I like that Gandalf. But yeah, it's more. I call them stress books, and I haven't finished them because I know that in my mind I still have that mentality of their showcases, their portfolios. I end up spending more time trying to think of what to put in here than I do trying to practice. This is another one. Here I didn't know, so I used the watercolor style in the background, and then went straight to being thick, and I didn't let the layers breathe. So there's not much variety. There's no depth in the colors. There's one in here I have. I think this was the same. I used the blue underpainting for this and just built up the blue, and then when I finally got all the values that I wanted, I went over it with light flesh tone. That Sailor Moon one is probably one of my favorites. It's that was dedicated to my daughter because her and I are huge Sailor Moon fans. But I got so much to learn from this medium. I got so much to go. Um, and it's very difficult in terms of where to find the right way to learn from it, or at least, so I'm actually looking at other mediums and trying to match what they're doing and seeing if that works, which is it makes it difficult, but makes it fun as well. What's up, Jody? Oh, here's some love. Love you too, cuz. My sister, cuz. I'm gonna keep doing some of this highlight here. Man, all those hearts. You're making me blush. I'm glad my camera's not on me. Jody, how are you? You gotta call me, man. We're gonna have to start another a GIF dance off, man. An hour 40. I think we're gonna call it. Cause I'll sit here and keep noodling in it and potentially ruined it. If I am going to do anything further than this, it'll probably be just to darken that arm to kind of match the black levels on the right, on the left, the right, the left arm. And that's it. Maybe add a little bit of highlight on the embers, but I'm gonna sign it and call it. Now I need a good marker. But I really do. I appreciate you guys coming through and checking me out, commenting, man. Julio, thank you so much. Lawrence, thank you so much. Jody, thank you very much. Lady D, Angie Face, thank you guys for the support. It is extremely heartwarming. I'm not crying, you're crying. But I appreciate you guys. I am trying to figure out a good schedule. I am at the mercy of my oldest son's work schedule because I take him to and from work. So today he's off, which means I have all day to go. So that's how we roll. But maybe sometime, maybe it'll be once a week, every 2 weeks. I'm still trying to figure it out. And yeah, man, I really appreciate you all coming through. Love you too, sweetheart. So yeah, man. Thank you guys, thank you guys, thank you guys and gals. You guys have a fantastic Wednesday. God bless you guys. God bless you all. Have a fantastic rest of your day. This is Art to the Round Table. My name is Mello. And as always, I will draw you later. Bye-bye, everybody.